Hello everyone, this is Shankar. Hope you are doing well. In this video, I will explain about how to prepare Avro object. So, how to serialize and deserialize Avro object, and finally, how to convert Avro object to DTO. So, these three concepts I will cover in this video. So, let's get started. So first starts with some understanding about what is Avro schema. So right, so Avro schema. What is Avro schema? So let's I will add points wise. Avro equal to past data format with schema. So coming to second point, systems like Kafka or network file database usually store or send bytes, not Java objects. This means so over the network, usually what we will say, like we will say bytes. We will not say directly Java objects, right? Suppose your entity is there. Entity implement serializable. You may see in somewhere like serializable, right? So that means systems like Kafka, network, file, or database usually store or send bytes, not Java objects, right? So next, so object must be converted to bytes first. So object must be converted to bytes first. That means that is the serialize. That is the serialize. Then what we will do? Converted back later deserialize. Deserialize. Deserialize, right? So now tell me what is the serialize and what is the deserialize. So serialize equal to object to bytes conversion. Deserialize nothing but deserialize equal to bytes to object conversion. Byte to object conversion, right? So coming to fourth point. So note, in this point we will discuss about Avro extension. So file name and extension. So file name and extension. So extension. See, suppose avsc. So this for Avro schema like JSON schema definition. This we will use ABSC or file we will so extension with ABSC another dot Avro. This for what? So it is for the Avro data file. Avro data file. So it is a serialized 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 data. So there are other extensions also there, but you can ignore. So in this video we will use this extension. So AVSC. So we are now Avro schema like JSON schema definition. This we are doing JSON structure based Avro schema. So whatever we are developing in this video, that is the JSON schema definition, right? Now fifth point, it is very important. Avro structure. Avro structure. So it is very important. Avro structure. So this file name there, right? That file name and type must be same. Otherwise, post I will so develop a one Avro schema. After that, one by one, I will explain. So it is easy to understand, right? So for that, suppose I will develop here Avro schema. It is better to understand more, right? So suppose let's take entity like a summary dot avsc. So summary dot avsc. This is the our Avro file summary. This is the extension. ABSC is the extension. So where this file we need to add under resources. Under resources slash Avro. We need to create a one folder like Avro. Under this we need to add Avro file, right? So let's discuss the structure. So these braces first will be there. Open close braces will be there. So post field is the namespace. Post field will be the namespace. So colon. So namespace nothing but it is a Java package. So what is the namespace? So it is a Java package. Later I will add what is this. So it is a Java package. Suppose com.fst.avro. It is a Java package. So there is no semicolon, comma like that. Next one. It is a type. Suppose type means so there are two types will be there in Avro, like primitive type, complex type. Two types are there. So like in primitive type, string, boolean, those. Complex type like record, enum kind of. So in I will use record here. record. After this preparation is done, I will compare with Java class. Then you will understand more better. There is no comma, semicolon like that. In JSON, every field semicolon will be there. It will be not there like that. So this is fixed structure. Namespace type. After that, name. So this is Avro class name. So name. We need to add name like this. So we need to mention the Avro class name. So tell me class name. Remember one point. Class name and file name must be same. Class name and so this file name must be same. That means what is the class name? So it is a summary, but class name must be post letter is capital. So summary post letter must be capital, right? Name and name field and this file name must be same, but it like a Java, this first letter must be capital. So after generating Avro class, this is the class name. Remember, there is no comma like that. So this is the fixed structure. After that, so after that fields will be there. It is a like a list structure. List. I will show over to list here. So here fields. Fields. This is the fields colon. Suppose so list. We will use this like so we will use this one list. So it is a list, right? So inside list what we need to do. Suppose this is the summary class. It contains like ID, title, status. Three fields are there. It contains three fields are there. So for that, now let's open one object. Two braces, nothing but one object, right? Two braces, nothing but one object. It is a one object, right? So inside object, suppose in Java fields, what are they? Like name, field name, data type will be there, right? Same here also. Same here. So post name. Post name will be there. Name. So colon. Suppose as I said ID. ID. Here commas will be there. Inside object commas will be there. Comma. So after that this ID type. What type? Suppose type colon. So colon which type it is. Suppose long. So long. Use the primitive types, not the proper type. Here use the primitive types. This is one done. So default value. So many are there. Like that I don't want to disturb anyone. Like you may confuse. Later I will add. Those everything later videos I will add. So now this is the ID. Suppose this is the title. So it is a string. It is a string. Let's add another. So there is no commas between two objects. Inside fields only, inside object fields only commas. Remember? So now here this one status. It is also string. It is also string. Right? Select once, reduce the size. Suppose 18. Otherwise 20. 22. Yeah, okay. Now I will develop a equivalent. This is the small Avro class, Avro JSON, Avro schema definition. This is the small Avro schema definition. So see, it is a small Avro schema definition. So for better, you can add. So better, you can take here like example. So you can take, okay, control that. So what is this? So it is the Avro schema definition. It is the Avro schema definition. So right now I will develop equivalent Java class. Now I will develop equivalent Java class. Right? So namespace will be there, right? Namespace. This is namespace is there, right? It is equivalent to package name in Java. Package com dot fsd dot avro. So it is equivalent to namespace, right? It is equivalent to namespace. Suppose let's add arrow marks. It is same, both are same. Now after that, type it there, right? Type it there, right? Type public class up to this is equivalent. It is equivalent. It is equivalent. For our understanding, I am comparing like this. So class name will be there, right? Suppose summary. Class name will be there. Class name, it is equal to name. It is equal to name. So now fields will be there, right? Fields. Suppose inside this class, suppose private long id, right? So I will divide like this, otherwise see id will be this one. So long is this one. Same here also. Suppose private string title, right? Here also. So title will be name, field name, and string will be the data type. So primitive type. Same here. See, suppose private string status, status here. So status will be field name and string is the primitive data type. So one by one I will write like purpose each. Suppose each field, what is the purpose? I will write here. So post this block. It is a Java. So Java class. So you may get little bit idea, right? you may get a little bit idea about this. So suppose it is a Java class. It is a Java class. Okay, it is a Java class. Now I will explain one by one. These one by one. So for that, see here, post one, namespace. What is the namespace? So if you know, tell me what is the namespace. Namespace is nothing but Java package. Namespace is nothing but Java package, right? So suppose let's color namespace. After that, what is there? So type will be there. So what is the type? So let's understand about type, right? So let's understand about type. See here. So type, right? There are like primitive types, complex types will be there in Avro. Suppose suppose primitive, like primitive types like so tell me primitive type boolean primitive type string long etc. So these are the primitive types. Type means data type. Type means data type. These are the primitive types. Suppose complex types. Suppose tell me complex types. Record is a complex type. Enum is a complex type. Error is a complex type. Etc. will be there, right? Complex types. So now, as of now, we are understand what is namespace, what is the type. So let's understand about name. So let's understand about name. What is name? Tell me what is name. So name is a class name. Name is a class name. Name is a class name. Next fields. So next one fields. So fields. So tell me about fields. Field contains two fields. See here, two fields here. Name and type. Field contains two types. Right? Name and type. Type means data type. Right? So field contains name. Name means field name. Name means field name and type. Type means here primitive type. Type means here primitive type. So understand, right? As of now, we are understand what is Avro. Avro is a JSON schema definition. It is a fast data format like that. Like what is serialization, deserialization, we understand like to send data over the network. Serialization, deserialization, we are used in Avro. Serialization, deserialization, we done by bytes. We will convert, right? Serialization is nothing but object to bytes. So Deserialize is nothing but bytes to object. So Avro file. We discussed about how to save Avro file. We will save our file by using .avc. format, right? .absc. So coming to Avro structure. We discussed about Avro structure, like post name space will be there. After that, type. So namespace type, we understand what is the type, what is the namespace, we are understand. After that, what is the name, we are understand, right? Fields, understand. Field contains name, what is name, understand. What is type, understand, right? After that, in fields, some default also are there. Those we will discuss in later videos. So right, so now quickly up to done in code. So post slash create a project. So after that, we will create a Avro object. This Avro, same Avro object, we will create it. So in next video, I will explain this structure. Next structures like object inside object, like that I will explain it. File new. So file new Spring Starter project. So name like, so it is the Avro to Avro DTO conversion. Suppose some name like Avro DTO conversion. So description. So here this name and artifact name must be same. Artifact name means project name. So group name, package name must be same. That means, so group name, package name same. That means it is a company name. So next, see Spring Boot version. So I will use 3.5.15. So now I need to choose a dependencies, right? So here Avro related dependencies are not available. It is not specific to Spring. It is Avro Apache related, so it is not available. Let's here take one Lombok. From here I need one Lombok dependency from Maven ambient repository. I will collect Avro related. So dependency. So our jar finished. So meanwhile, open Chrome. Here you can search Avro dependency, Avro space dependency, enter. So this is the MVN repository. This is the MVN repository. Here this is Apache Avro. So scroll down. So let's take latest one. It is date published. More users are there. Okay, it is fine. Let's use. So scroll down. Let's copy it. Control C. Now go to our project. Avro DTO conversion. Go to pom.xml. So here I will remove some unnecessary code. So those no needed, not needed. See, these are the unnecessary tags. These are not needed. Let's remove this. Otherwise, we will confuse later. This plugin also no need. Let's remove it. For Avro conversion, we need to add plugins. That's why I'm removing unnecessary plugins. It will confuse us. So let's remove this entire plugin. Yeah. control as. Let's check no errors, right? No errors. So that means no problems. So let's add selector control shift F for format control as. See, it will downloading the dependency. It is done. So now this is the Avro related jar file or dependency. I am using the latest version. So go to the resources, access the main resources. Here right click. Here right click new. So folder Avro. We need to add a folder like Avro. Inside Avro, new file. So what file? Summary dot Avro. Summary dot not Avro. So tell me what extension. So we are decided to use for Avro schema definition. For Avro schema definition, extension is AVSC. For Avro schema definition, extension is AVSC. See, for Avro schema definition, extension is AVSC. Finish it. So right for quickly completion. So I will go to Avro official website. I will copy schema, same schema. I will change that. So for that, you can search like a Avro object Java structure. Suppose you can open new tab Avro object Java structure. Enter. So instead of writing manual, I am copying our object. It will save some hour time. So this is the Apache official website. Here we can get Avro schemas, plugins required, all those. So this is the dependency we are collected from the MEN repository, right? It is little bit old version we are used. See which version we are used. Go to 1.12. We are using 1.12. It is 1.1. Little bit old. So coming to this is the plugin. We will copy this plugin. Top of this we will do some changes. So later we will do some changes, but we need a definition of schema. This we need, right? We are discussed namespace type. What is the namespace? Tell me. Namespace is a package name. Type is like a primitive type or complex type. Our types. Name means class name. Our class name. Fields like field name is a name. Type is a string. Field name is a favorite number. Type is a int. Field name is a favorite color. Type is a string, but there are passing null. This I will explain further video. Like this null, nothing but suppose in code get name is called, suppose get favorite number is called, right? But in setter there is no value set. That means we will get serialization failure. For example, I clearly explain. So there is a set method called, set favorable something there. Set favorite number will be there. Suppose set favorite suppose caller. This setter method will be there. This data is not set. Data is not set. That means data is not setted. So, but calling get favorite method is calling. So that means what we will get, it is like a, in serialization it will be failed. So instead of failing, we are saying if data is not available, we'll get favorite color, or while setting time data is not available, I'm saying set null, and there is a default also. That means, so this Avro, right? This Avro schema I built. This Avro schema I added in my code. Later, another developer, two more fields added. Some other requirement for the same class need to enhance. Two more fields added. Another developer is came. Two more two more fields is added. Another developer is came. One field is removed. So so one field is not there, right? So instead of mismatch fields, if no, if some field is not exist in our schema, if some field is not exist in our schema, we are saying default some value like null, zero kind of we are setting. If any field is missing in our schema, so that field become a that default value, right? So let's copy this to save some time. So we are created, go to here. So under resources, we are created Avro folder under this is summary.avro. So here paste, select all, Control Shift F for format, select all. So Control Shift F format. So now see here. So Avro. So Avro, right? First namespace, right? So we will provide com.fsd.avro. In this notepad I said, right, commas are required. No, it is commas are needed, I think. Let's add commas. So each field commas are needed. So like a JSON, commas are needed. So here also comma is needed. So right. So here also commas are needed, and here also each object commas are needed. Like a JSON, commas are needed. So commas are needed. See, every field after that comma will be there, and every inside fields every object comma will be there, right? So now let's save this control as Avro schema definition. Suppose definition Avro schema definition, save. So come to here. First one, it is a namespace. So this is like a some where our class needs to save, right? After the type, it is like a primitive type, complex type, like that. So like primitive type like integer, boolean, like that. Complex type like record, enum, like that. So it is a class name. So class name and this file name must be same. So must be same with capital letter. Suppose summary. See, summary. Both are same, right? So now post field. Post field. So what is that? So ID. ID type. It is a long. Second field. What is that? So title. So what is the type? So what is the type here? String. Third one, Third one, field name. Status type will be string. Type will be string. So see, select all, control shift F. So it is not working. So for better understanding, I am making like this. See, this is a one field, ID field. So it is a title field. So next it is a status field. So class name will be summary, type will be record, like Java records are there, right? Like object agent, record is a object. Namespace nothing but package. These are the fields like in Java, private string name, like that. Private string title, private string status, private long ID, like that, right? So Avro file is done. Dependencies added. Avro file is done. So what needs to do? Plugin. Plugin we need to add. So go to this. So Apache upside here available, right? Plugin. This org Apache Avro. This only require. This plugin is required. So org Apache Avro. So to save some time, I will just copy paste it. So to save some time, I will just copy paste so that it will save my some time. Control C. Plug into plugin I am copying. This is not required. So maximize form.xml. Maximize form.xml. So this is one plugin, right? This is a one plugin. Now let's add another plugin. This is the another plugin. So Control Z. Where we need to add here. This is one plugin. Inside plugins we need to add. It means here we need to add. Here we need to add. Select all. Control Shift F format. Right. So here let's add a command. Why this plugin? So what is the need of this plugin? So what it will do? Generates Java classes. Generate Java classes from dot avsc schema files. Avsc schema files. See, generates Java classes from dot avsc schema files. Where these schema files are there, dot avsc schema files, where these schema files are there. So where we are added, let's check where we are added. Under resources, Avro folder, avsc files, one file we are added. If multiple files are there, you can add multiple files. So later videos may I will explain with multiple files, right? So let's understand about this plugin. So group ID, we know group ID nothing but company name, artifact nothing but project name. So version, above which version we are used, 1.12, right? Let's change. Otherwise do one thing to maintain single version. Let's remove this. So let's use this. Suppose Avro dot version. So here same above you can also remove this. we will maintain one place Avro dot version in here. Properties will be there, right? Properties will be there, right? Here. So it is the Avro dot version. Spelling wrong, we can change. So tell me the version 1.12.1. Let's check in portal, MEN portal. Otherwise check 1.11.1. That means 1.12.1 version. Yeah, spelling mistake, right? So this is the version. So after that, here version. So we are maintaining version in single place, right? We are maintaining version in single place. After that, executions, under execution will be there. Page generate sources, goal. Page will be like this, goal will be like this. So after that, here configuration. So configuration, see configuration two are there, source directory, output directory. In configuration two are there, these are the important. See here source, so source directory, so it is a source directory. So what is source directory? So tell me what is source directory? This is source directory here, project.base directory, project.base directory. That means where our Avro files will be available, where our Avro files will be available, right? So where our Avro files will be there, src main resources slash resources plus, check the spelling, resources Avro. I think it is not needed. If we are getting an error, then we can fix it. This is the where our so Avro files are there here under resources, under source main resources, under Avro file. Our Avro files will be available, right? Under Avro folder, our Avro files will be available like this here. Output where after generating by using JSON structure, right? Avro means after generating Java classes, where need to store, here like these are there. So I want like, I don't want base directory here, under project build, under project build dot, so directory say project build directory slash, I need like a, so slash, let's check here. So suppose see, so target generated sources are there, right? So refactor, rename, so control C, so under, so maximize here, under generated sources project dot build dot directory slash generated sources. Let's add a suppose Avro. Here I need to store. So let's add a command here. This is for the dot avsc, right? Avsc So files, suppose here dot avs files available here. So where to store? So after generated, so Avro files, what format we are generating? Java format. After generated Java classes, where to store, right? So next here output. So after output, so after output configuration will be ended, right? So I will add here another tag post. Up to this I will clear and run. I will execute a Maven 2 goals like clean and run. So see it is giving issue. Let's check. So look like it is giving a issue. So for that let's check. So we need to add this symbol, I think. This symbol we need to provide. Right? This symbol here we need to provide. That's why it is irritating here. We need to provide this symbol. So here also where, okay, it is fine. What is the error? So let's save control as. Now no errors, right? See, there is no red color. So there is no red color, right? We will do Maven clean and Maven install. Now we will do Maven clean and Maven install. Right click, new, run as. So right click, new, run as. So right click, new, Maven clean. Once clean is done, we will do Maven install. So see build is success. See, let's observe. It is already generated. See, do one thing, Maven install. Usually we will say this Avro in after Maven install. While saving, it will be build right. Our founded XML will save. This build is started, so that's why our file is generated. So here we need to understand very important one small concept, like I will explain here. So once build is success, I will show how our file look like. See, under generated sources, see under generated sources we are added one like Avro file, right? See, this is the package name, namespace we are given, right? Insert summary, this is Java class. So we are added summary.avro. What is developed? What is written? See, this is we are build. What we get? So it is returning. This is where. So it is a what it is Avro schema definition. It is a Avro schema definition. So what happened here? Here what happened? It is converted to Java class. So converted to Java class, right? Avro avsc file converted to Java file. Understand, right? So now, so to conversion, what require? To conversion, this plugin is required. So what plugin I will maximize? So see, org Apache Avro. This plugin is required to convert Avro file to Java class, and we need to tell like where this dot avs file will be available this path. So directly we need to pass, and after generating java class where need to store this, we need to provide here. Understand, right? Now let's open the summary dot class. This is a Avro class. What is this? This is a Avro class. See, auto generated by Avro. It is generated by Avro. Avro class look like. I try to understand this. I tried, but I am not able to understand. So see, this is a class summary. What fields are available? ID, title, status. Here you need to observe here. Very important concept here there. You need to understand about. See, ID is long time, right? So title we said that like so string, but it is there like char sequence, right? It is there like char sequence. It is there like char sequence. So ID set like title, status we set like a string, like in summary.abc. It is a string we are provided, but what happened here? It is like a char sequence. To convert this char sequence to string, what we need to do, we need to add in pom.xml. See, one tag we need to add. So what is that? So here one tag we need to add. See, so string, so string type one tag we need to add. So why this I will tell. So it is like a string, we need to pass a string type. So string type, check the spelling, string type. So why this, so it will it will convert char sequence char sequence char sequence to string. Right now, see here, go to summary class, scroll down, see title, status will be char sequence, but I want both to like a string. For that, in pom.xml we need to add. So what we need to add? See, string type. This we need to add. Right? Check the exact correct place where added or not. So this must be we need to add under configuration, not here. So we need to add this. We need to add under configuration here. So this is so by default here it will be char sequence, but I want a string. See, it is a char sequence. I mention in Avro file like a string, but it is generated like a char sequence. But I want like a string, right? For this, I need to add this string type. So control S. So control S. Let's check it is updated or need a rebuild. Maven clean install. So it is not updated. So let's do a Maven clean install. So project run as Maven clean. Project run as Maven clean. Once Maven clean is done, right click, run as Maven install. Right click as Maven install. So let's wait until build succeed. Let's wait until see build is succeed. Now Let's open summary class. Let's open summary class. Scroll down, check here. Now strings. Previously char sequence. Now strings, right? So now it is done. Let's summary up to what we done. So we understand what is Avro schema and what is serialization, like serialization object to bytes conversion. Deserialization means bytes to object conversion. Understand the Avro structure, what extension file we need to save, right? One example and comparison between. So yeah, comparison between Avro schema Java class. So these namespace, what is the type, what is the name, what is the fields, this we understand. After that, so what plugin we need to add in form.xml file, what plugin we need to add to generate Avro files to Java classes. So up to, so Avro part is most done, like here three parts, right? Video contains the three parts, right? So the three parts, this video, first part Avro object preparation. Avro object preparation is done. First part is done. Second part Avro serialize, deserialize. We need to start. Second part I will start now. So for that, so Avro serialize and deserialize. I will create a one class. For Avro serialize and deserialize, I will create a one, so util class. So let's create a one util class for the Avro. So serialize, deserialize, new. So class package name is like a util. So class name is a summary Avro. Summary Avro util. Summary Avro util. Finish. So it is a like a component. So now we are started second step, that is the Avro serialize, deserialize. First one done. Avro object preparation is done, we are verified, it is fine. Now second one, Avro object. So serialize, deserialize. For that, so let's open again. Maximize the class at the rate of. So something went wrong. So go to where added here. This is the wrong one. Let's delete it. We are added under targets. It is the wrong one. Let's go to here. Right click new class dot util. So summary Avro util. Finish it. So there is no issues, right? Okay, maximize it. So maximize it, annotated at component. So at component, there are two methods we need to build. There are two methods we need to build. What are that? So first, what we need, converts a generated Avro summary class is generated, right? Converts a generated Avro summary object to compact binary bytes. So we need to convert Avro to bytes. So that means what is the parameter? Parameter is a summary. What is the output? Like output means return type bytes. So it is a util, right? We can use across the application. Util class we can use across the application. So public. So we need to convert Avro to bytes. That means return type is bytes. So bytes array, byte array. So it is nothing but serialize. So as of now we have generated our object, right? That is our object is a so input here summary. Our object is a input. So control shift O C Avro com.fst.avro summary. So this we are added. This is the one folder. This is one folder. This is the one folder. So now what we need to do? So here some check what are the some specific related classes. Check what is this. So for generated Java classes. This is used for the generated Java classes. So specific date writer something will be there, right? Pick it up this one. So it is expecting the generic. So let's pass the summary object. So name is writer new specific date writer. So specific writer date writer. See it is look like expecting go to inside. It is the zero parameter constructor. So it is expecting some class. It is a one parameter constructor. Let's take one parameter constructed one. So let's pass the suppose summary dot class. Let's pass the summary dot class. So that's done. Now what we need to do? Suppose writer we done, right? So after that output stream. For that, so let's take a byte array output stream. So byte array output stream. Suppose output stream equal to, so now new byte output stream. So here let's add a try with resource here. So let's add a catch also. Catch. So now we need to binary encode. So how to do that? We need to do binary encode. So let's check any encode factory kind of. Let's check what are the classes are there. Encode is there. Java beans. So let's check it. So any Apache related are there? Let's check. So let's type encode. Here encode Apache is there. Apache factory. What is this? A factory for creating and configuring encoder instance. These are the methods are there, right? These are the methods are there. So let's take this one. So encoder factory, check the import aperture, right? After that dot there is a get one. What is this? Return an instance static decode factory. Okay, fine. After that, so check binary encode. We need to pass the output stream above one and second parameter. What is second parameter? So what is this parameter? Binary encoder resume reuse. Reuse is, I don't know about this. Let's ignore if any error is coming. So then we will fix it. So after that, this one writer will be there, right? Above writer. So above writer will be there, right? Writer dot. So what methods are available? Write method will be available definitely. Write. So what needs to pass? Summary we need to pass. After that, so encode we need to pass, right? So how to get encode? What is returning? See, suppose what get method is returning encode factory. Okay, what is returning? Binary encode. This is returning binary encode. Suppose select this. It is returning binary encode. So looks like it is the return type. Binary encode. Here encoder. Here encoder. So org apache avro. Right? This last take pass here. So writer is done, right? So after that we need to flash like immediate changes. So encoder dot plus check what is this process this stream by writing any buffered output to the underlying stream. So okay, done. After that, what we need to return output stream dot. So output stream dot to byte array. To byte array we need to return. So up to the serialize method is done. So let's build a deserialize. So which kind of exception is possible to occur? Suppose IO exception. IO exception may chances to occur, right? So IO exception here. So if IO exception is occur, what we need to do? We need to rethrow. We can throw the new exception. Suppose throw new illegal argument exception. Illegal argument exception. In fact, IO exception is occur. I need to throw illegal argument exception. Fail to serialize. Fail to serialize. Fail to serialize summary. Right? So comma. So exception. So it is done, right? So next one, deserialize. So deserialize nothing but, so what is deserialize? Reconstruct. So deserialize nothing but reconstructs the Avro summary object from the binary bytes payload right. Now let's so see, reconcile the summary object from the binary payload. That means see here parameter is a bytes, return type is a summary object. So public return type is a summary and deserialize so we need to byte object will be there. What is this? Payload. Suppose example return suppose null. So summary, right? Byte payload array, right? So like this byte array. So summary, right? Control S. So now what needs to do? Same here, this one. Let's copy. Check Facebook DATUM writer, right? So this is not writer, this is a reader. It is a reader. So reader. So this is a reader. Right? Let's change to reader. So this is a parameter summary class. It is done. After that, so decode factory here, encode factory we are using, right? Same decode. Let's copy this to save some time. Control C, Control V. So binary decoder, change to decoder. So decode factory there, right? Get binary decoder. This is the decoder. Binary decoder. So here must be payload. This must be payload and it will be null, right? It will be null. After that, so this is reader, right? Reader dot read method will be there, I think. Read method. So this must be null. What is expecting here? So summary reuse, this must be null. Decoder nothing but this one. So what is that? Decode, right? Decoder. Semicolon. So let's move. So these two lines, let's move to the catch block. So Let's move to the catch block. If any error is coming, then we will catch it. Suppose next catch. Tell me what are the possible errors here. IO exceptions may occur. IO exception. So here, same I will throw like this. I am not catch and handling. I am just free throwing it. So fail to deserialize. Deserialize summary exception. So this is not needed. So it is not needed. Select all. Control Shift F4. So here something went wrong. So we need to close another one. We need to remove here one. So let's check what is the issue. Decoder to binary decoder. Here we need to change this to decoder. That's it. This must be decoder. So select all, Control Shift F, Control S. So now serialization and deserialization are done, but there is a error. Let's check add return statement. So let's add here. Select all, Control Shift F, Control S. See here deserialize method, and this is the serialize method. So Avro object to see what is serialization. Object to bytes, it is a serialization. Bytes to object, it is a deserialization, right? So remove unused imports if any. Remove the Control S. So util is done. Avro class we are generated right now. Let's create a service. Now let's create a service like new class com.apache.service. So like, so what service? Summary conversion service. Conversion service, right? Finish it. So what is this? It is a service class. It is a service class. So now what needs to do? We need to convert post. So we need to convert like Avro to DTO, right? How to do that? For that, so now see Avro data how we are receiving. So how we are receiving byte format. We are receiving bytes as a Avro data. See here Avro data we are receiving, right? This suppose assume in Kafka, assume it is Kafka producer. How we are sending data? We are passing our object here and it is returning bytes. So that means we are sending bytes to the producer. Producer will store inside the topics. In topics, we will not store data anything. What is topic? Topic is a logical partition or logical message store. Inside the topic, partitions will be there. Inside partitions, log segments will be there. Inside log segment, records will be there. Will be data will be stored, right? So we are sending bytes. So we are passing summary. It is a Avro object. We are passing bytes will be stored, it is converted into bytes, and bytes will be stored into, so inside the partitions. So we bytes will be storing like no data loss, and so many factors are there, like so no data loss is clear, and no leaks, and while sending, suppose if you are sending plain data, may chances to cross kind of, right? No issues like no special character including like that. So now go to the service. So we need to build one method here. Public our agenda is to convert, so to summary Avro to DTO. So do one thing, let's add a DTO. How to add? So class dot DTO. So it is a summary DTO. So summary DTO finished. So which fields we need to add? 3 fields I will add. So let's annotate. Let's use Lambda connotations. Data at no R constructor, at all R constructor. So fields are like which fields we are see in Avro object. Go to the generated source Avro under the package. So ID title status. ID title status will be there, right? Private, it will be long. ID private string title private string status will be there. These are the 3 fields inside summary DTO. Summary DTO we are prepared. It is done, right? Maximize. So we are expecting return type as summary DTO. So now what is the method type? What we need to do? We need to convert Avro to DTO, right? So convert Avro to DTO. So how? Through bytes. Here we need to pass summary Avro. Suppose summary Avro summary. So here now what needs to do? Let's inject a util class private final summary Avro util. Suppose Avro util. So I need to use a constructor injection for that. Required R constructor. Okay, now this is the reference variable Avro object. So suppose this is a assume this line is a producer. We are sending the data. How we are sending? Like a Kafka producer, how we are sending serialize, and we are sending. That means we need to use serialize, and we are sending. What it will return? Bytes, right? It will return the byte array. So which name, like assume like a payload assume in, suppose it is a producer, it is a Kafka producer, so it is sending data. Suppose Kafka producer is send the data, right? So then listener, consumer, what will do? it will take this data, right? Suppose listener, second line is listener. What it will do, it will take the data and convert to deserialize, right? So what is this consumer? So consumer payload, consumer payload, right? So it will convert it to summary object, summary. So Avro after deserialize, right? It is nothing but Avro after deserialize. So now here, now this is a producer sending data, which format, bytes format. Consumer is received the data and converted into Avro format. Then I need a DTO. So I need to convert DTO rate. Further, let's say add another private method. Suppose let's say add a public method. Public. So summary DTO, like 2 DTO. We are converting to 2 DTO. Here summary. So return new summary DTO. We are added constructor, right? With all our constructor. So let's take summary. So let's take summary. Suppose summary dot get ID, summary dot get title, comma, summary dot get status. Control S, done, right? So it is done. Now scroll down. Now we need to convert. So return 2D2O method is there, right? Summary object pass here. So summary object. This one we need to pass this summary object after deserialize. So what is this? Avro to DTO, Avro to DTO conversion. This is the Avro to DTO conversion. So in next video, I will develop a producer and consumer application using Apache Kafka. I will show. So as of now, in this video, we will try to understand what is like how to prepare Avro object, what is serialize, deserialize, and so third point here, Avro to DTO conversion, right? Now this is the, so Avro to bytes conversion is done. Again bytes to Avro conversion is done. After that, so this Avro to DTO is done, right? So assume this is a one application, producer application. This is a consumer application. After receiving consumer application, we are deserializing. After that, converting to DTO. It is done, right? So service done. Go to the, so starter. In starter only we will call. We will check the response working as expected or not. Go to, this is the starter class. Maximize. So here application context. So Control Shift O, done right now. So now what needs to do? So let's first get a summary conversion service bean. That means context dot get bean. Context dot get bean. So what needs to pass? Service class. So what is the service class? So summary conversion service. Summary conversion service dot class. So what it will return? This is the capital. So remove this one. Sometimes like this adding automatically. This is the class reference. Let's take a class reference. There is a one method here. What is this method? Dot convert Avro to DTO through bytes. So we need to pass a summary, right? So to pass a summary equal to, let's check any converter is there, constructor summary. See, it is a zero parameter constructor. So R parameter constructor is there. Suppose ID is 101, title, suppose bookstore. Title is a bookstore. So store status is like active. So active semicolon, right? Let's check. So it is expecting long, right? Suppose do one thing, add L. They expecting long. So we need to pass a summary. Summary, what it will return? DTO, right? Summary DTO, finally it will return. Summary DTO, suppose summary DTO. Suppose like DTO equal to shift, control shift O. Next, what needs to do? So system.out.println sysout final final DTO result. So plus, so this is the DTO, right? DTO control as. So right now entire development is done. We have done 3 parts. See here. So post part Avro object preparation. It is done. Like plugin adding, Avro file creation, generation, checking, everything is done. After that, Avro serialize, deserialize is done. Suppose in producer, Apache Kafka producer, we are sending like Avro to bytes, we are converting or we are sending. In consumer receiving the bytes data, converting to again Avro. After that, what happen? After that, that Avro to DTO conversion will be happen, right? So it 3 parts are done. Let's check now. Finally, we need to get a DTO as a response. So let's check. So right click. So before let's add toasting also. Data in data toasting there are, let's check. Go to the DTO, expand this, check here. Toasting, yeah, toasting will be there. Okay, fine. So right click, run as Spring Boot app. See final DTO result, summary DTO. So ID, title, status. So that means in this video we are successfully understand how to prepare Avro object, how to serialize, deserialize and convert to DTO. So in next video I will use Kafka producer and consumer. This same code only, it will not change, but like producer code, consumer code will be increased. So in next video I will add. Thank you for watching. For more videos please subscribe to this YouTube channel.